Hello, everybody. It's been a long time since I've been on live. Today, as I begin to see what prognosticators are talking about in regards to what's going to happen in 2023, I thought I'd get on here today because I know that a lot of people probably going to have questions in regards to their 401k and retirement planning and what they should be doing. So I just want to kind of get on here and just talk about a few things. Number one is I want to tell you guys that a lot of the information that we have when it comes to retirement planning is incorrect. You know, there's years ago everybody used to get a pension, and there was supposed to be a three-legged stool, so they had a pension. They would get Social Security, and the other thing is that they would start putting money into a 401k just to supplement. But somehow we got fooled into uh, thinking that the 401k is supposed to be our sole way of putting money away for retirement. Um, but you know, if you just take the time and begin to just think about it, you wouldn't take your money that you want for retirement and take that money to Las Vegas or a casino every month to try to increase that money or make that money grow. But that's exactly what's happening when a person's putting their money into a 401k is that that money's in the stock market and you're trying to allow that money to grow. The problem is that yes, it can grow. You're going to have money that's going to come and go, but the problem that you're really going to have is that there's thing what we call sequence of return. When you're ready to retire, when you're ready to retire, the problem that you're having is that now they tell you to begin taking like 4% of your money out in income. But when you start drawing down that money, you're not putting money in, you're dealing with a whole different set of rules because now you're trying to be able to allow that money to last, but you're also trying to live off that money at the same time. Those are two things that just don't work well together. So let's say, for instance, you're in the stock market and you actually are trying to live off that money. You have your money in the stock market. You pull it. You're drawing down income. Let's say you have 500,000 at 4%. That's $20,000 per year. Then all of a sudden, the market takes a hit. You lose 50% of your portfolio. Now you're down 100,000, right? Let's say you're at 500,000. Now you're at 250,000. Now you're living off a whole lot less money. So the thing that I'm trying to get people to realize is that um, for when you have 30, 40, 50 years ahead of you, it's okay to try to take a gamble with part of your money in the stock market. But for the long run, the Wharton School of Business at University of Pennsylvania did a study, and they did a study on indexing, with your money indexing versus your money in the market. Indexing means that your money is never in the market, but you get stock market like gains. With that, guess what happens? Over the long run, you actually will make more money by indexing versus having your money directly in the market. So the thing is that you have to ask yourself, do you have enough time now to, if the market failed this year, do you have enough time to make that money back up? Most of the times people don't even know if they're going to have if they're going to be able to make that money back up, number one, because uh, the stock market is very volatile. Just think about, if you listen to what's going on in the news, there's more information out there that there's going to be more of a loss in the stock market than a gain. The last 10 years was probably the best time that we've seen in the stock market in a long time. Any and everybody was able to make money in the last 10 years. But that's not a trend that's going to continue. That's a trend that is out the window. Because right now, if you think about it, we're right now seeing times that we've never seen before. We're seeing stuff happen that we've never seen before. We're seeing weather patterns that we've never seen before. We're seeing conflict overseas that we've never seen before. So the question is, do you really want your money in the stock market that you have to count on for longevity? Because, yes, we all would love to take $1 and have that dollar make us $1,000, or make us that same dollar make us 500,000. I do not think I'm the ultimate supreme on everything. Two for soul. I believe I'm a mere man. Good afternoon. I'm a mere man that just pass on some information. That's all I'm doing. Just passing on some information. And I'm a believer, but I'm not a believer in myself. I'm not the ultimate supreme, but I am one who's going to tell you that that the stock market is volatile. Okay, the system. You're right. You're right. The system is correct. I agree with you. The system, but the system, they subtly suck us in order to get our trade. Now listen, here's something I wanted to point out to somebody. See, here's how the system works. This is very interesting. And this is how they get you to put your money in a 401k. When we're growing up, we're taught that what we should do is take our money and put it in a piggy bank, or we put it in a jar. We put it somewhere where we're saving our money. We're told we're supposed to save our money. There's nothing wrong with that, but we're told we're supposed to save it. Then we go from saving our money in a regular bank account, or excuse me, a piggy bank or jar, whatever it is. Now we go to a savings account. Now we're putting our money in a savings account. We're not supposed to touch the money. That money is there for a specific purpose. We went from a piggy bank to now we put our money into a savings account. Now you've gone on, you're getting your career. The people will tell you, get a job that offers a 401k. Now you're looking for a job that got a 401k. Now you're going to contribute to that 401k for 20, 30, 40 years. You're contributing to it. But once again, they tell you not to touch the money. Let the money grow. Right? Yeah, that's right. Job means just over broke. So now you put that money for 30, 40 years. Keep in mind that the financial institution is training you not to touch that money. Why? Because they're touching that money. They're the ones, when you put that money into a bank, and this is something that you can look up. When you put that money in a bank, guess what? That bank is going to make anywhere between 300 to 1,400% return. They're going to make 300 to 1,400% return on your money that they're only going to give you 0.02%. As soon as you put that money in, one of the first places that the life insurance companies, that the banks put their money into is life insurance companies. Look it up. Banks. BOLI. Bank-owned life insurance. Bank-owned life insurance. Corporations. Look up COLI, C-O-L-I. Corporate-owned life insurance. So that's the thing, is that you look at where people are putting their money, because these corporations understand where they need to put the money. These banks understand where they need to put their money, because they're going to allow that money to make money. And I understand what you're saying about faith. You know what? Two for soul. I understand what you're saying, but one thing is that we need money. But anyway, here's the thing. So the banks, what they do is they take that money, your money that you deposited into their account, and now what they're going to do is they're going to lend it out. They're going to lend it out. They're going to give credit cards. They're going to give all this other stuff out there. But here's the thing. You haven't been touching that money. They've conditioned you to the point to where they don't want you touching that money. So guess what? What you need to do is you need to be able to place your money into a system to where you actually have the control. Not where somebody else is controlling your money, where you are actually controlling their money. And where that money can also be in a situation to where it also is going to help your family, where it's going to help you, it's going to help your family, and you'll be able to help other people. When you have your money into a 401k or a 403b, a qualified plan, you have to go in and try to borrow that money, get approved to borrow that money in order for you to be able to use it for what you deem to be an emergency. That you do not have control. What you need to do is you need to begin to get yourself into a situation where you're putting your money into something in which you have control, not something that somebody else have control. So that's interesting. Isn't it better to control your own money? Isn't it? What is the something? Well, it's the same thing where Sandra C. 007, Sandra, there's a place where banks are putting their money. There's a place where corporations are putting their money. These financial institutions are telling people, put your money into the stock market. Put your money into the stock market. Put your money into stocks. Put your money into commodities. Put your money here. But that's not where they're putting their money. They're asking you to put their money there, but they're not putting their money there. They're putting their money into life insurance products. If you go back to the Rockefellers, you'll be able to see who it is that's putting their money into life insurance companies, and how these life insurance companies are by putting your money to these life insurance companies, it sustains them. It allows them to be able to keep their wealth. You know, look at the Vanderbilts. The Vanderbilts had a lot of money. At one point, they had more money than the U.S. Treasury. But what they did is they purchased a lot of properties, Vanderbilt University, so on and so forth. And if you think about it, where's their wealth now? Their wealth is gone. And why is it gone? They thought that real estate was going to be enough. And a lot of times people think that real estate is not enough, but we know that real estate the market can go up and the market can crash. The market can go up, the market can crash. And so if the market crashes and you sell your property when the market is down, you've lost money. So you need to be able to put yourself in a situation to where you're not losing any money. So what the Rockefellers found is that they also had real estate, but they also had life insurance policies. And they had their money inside life insurance policies. And those life insurance policies is what helped them to maintain their wealth, not based upon a person's death, but because they now had the ability to become their own, control their own money. They had, exactly, whole life. That is correct, lady artist. Whole life, that's correct. And what more importantly is properly structured whole life insurance. But when it comes to a person putting money away for retirement, whole life would probably wouldn't serve them as well as an index universal life policy, because index universal life policy is going to give them more growth. Um, King Woodle, I don't know what you're talking about. Um, Putting money into cryptocurrency, yeah, that's a scam. But we're talking about life insurance companies that have been around for over 100 years. So a scam is something that that has been proven to rip somebody off. That's not scamming at all. No, life insurance is not a scam. Um, a 401k, that's a scam. Absolutely. So, um, yeah, 401k, scam. 403b, scam. IRAs, scam. But when you're talking about life insurance, not at all. It's not a scam. In fact, if you look at Babe Ruth, we go all the way back to when he was playing baseball in the early 1920s. Um, if it had not been for him putting his money in life insurance when the Great Depression came, guess what? He would have been broke just like everybody else. But life insurance gave him and his family guarantees. He was able to have guaranteed income. That Ms. Genuine, you've heard that, but it's not. That's a fallacy. You heard that life insurance premiums are astronomical. That's a fallacy. That's for somebody who has not designed the policy properly. If the policy is not designed properly, that means that the agent has written the policy in order for him to make a lot of money versus writing the policy in order for it to really benefit the client. So, so the policy, if it's written right, then that's something you have to worry about. Yeah, I've taken a break. I've been, coach. Yeah, I've been busy, man. I tell you, I think I was telling you that I was been trying to train all these agents to get them ready for cow stirs and showing them how to work the cow stirs for educators. Miss Genuine, yes, I am an agent. Miss Genuine, if you like to get more information, one of two things. One is you can go to my DM and contact me. Go to my profile, contact me, and I'd like to meet. We can meet 1-on-1, do a Zoom, and be more than happy to go into more details. Yeah, thanks, Coach, man. Yeah, hey, man, I'm dropping. I don't, I haven't been on the scales in a while, but yeah, I'm still dropping. Even got me through the holidays, and I feel great. I feel great. Yeah. But yes, Miss Genuine. So I'm gonna follow you back, and I like to meet with you. And so I can give you more information. Miss Genuine, what state are you in? Thank you, Coach. Yeah, man, I'm gonna stick with it, man. I tell you, I want to drop about 40 more pounds. I'm still out there walking the beach, doing 2-3 miles, 2 miles per day. I didn't do it, today because of the rain, but I'm still out there walking. I did 5 miles on the beach on Saturday. So, Miss Genuine, what state are you in? Okay, I'll do that. We can talk about that so I can um, how I can sponsor it. I can definitely do that. That's not a problem. Yes, yes, lady artist. We can definitely do that. Um, Go ahead and follow me, and I'll follow you back, and then we can get on Zoom We can do that today if you want. I know a lot of you. I don't know if you're working today, but we can get on a Zoom call today, and I'll be more than happy to audit your policy for you to see if it's structured properly. That's the main thing that I see when I go through most policies. Okay, okay, sounds good, Ms. Genuine. I look forward to talking to you soon. I'll be available later on today if you want to get back in contact with me. I like people that I like this when people act because success loves speed. A lot of times people want to put stuff off until tomorrow, until next week, or until later. And I like that the people are getting on and they want to get stuff done now. I appreciate that because speed loves success. Success loves speed. It goes both ways. And so that's how we want to get this thing done. But yes, 401ks, retirement planning. This is gonna be a hard year on 401ks. You're welcome, lady artist. Look forward to meeting with you. But yeah, this people that have used life insurance products in order to obtain and maintain wealth has done really well for themselves. Why is that? Because it's stable. It doesn't go anywhere. You don't have to worry about losses. See, it's stable. It doesn't go anywhere. You don't have to worry about losses. See, because they thought it was going to be, but it was a game. But you're always going to hear people putting their money in a 401k or 403b saying, yeah, I lost money. How many of you know people that lost money in 2022 in 401ks? We all do. We all do. And see, one of the problems that there's this thing called sequence of return. And what that terminology means is that there's a model or a stress test that you can do that will show that if certain losses were to occur at certain times when you start drawing down your money from when you retire, that what's going to happen is you're going to run out of money sooner than you thought. Have you seen people that should have retired or retired and now they've gone back to work? Run out of money. Run out of money. I talk to teachers. One of the things I do in California is I help with retirement planning with a lot of teachers. It's the pension plan is called CalSTRS. And one of the things that happen is that people don't realize you can. I am not, but you can. Ms. Genuine, if you can't, if you set it up properly, you're not going to be living off of the face amount of the policy. You're going to be living off the money that's inside the policy. You have to build up the cash in the policy from your money, and then once you do that, you can, and you can actually live off of it tax free. You can actually take your money, put it inside of a policy, and you can build yourself a tax free income. In the coaching arena, college football. A lot of the highest paid coaches are starting to do this. They're starting to take part of their salary by having the university put money into a life insurance policy for them so that they can get tax-free income when they retire. Jim Harbaugh, the head coach at University of Michigan, had University of Michigan put $14 million into a policy. When he retires, he's going to get about $1.4 million per year tax free. Now, I'm not telling everybody to get that, put that big amount in a policy, but you can actually set yourself up like that. Well, the difference between that and a trust, a trust, putting your money inside of a trust gives you certain protections, and it gives protection as far as you as a person is concerned. It also gives instructions as far as what's supposed to be done. Whereas putting money inside of a policy allows the money to grow, and then it provides other benefits, other death benefits, and other living benefits. The trust is only give protections and instructions. Okay, that's what the trust does. The life insurance is going to give you the growth of your money, and it's also going to it can balloon and give your family more money at the time you pass away. So anytime anybody's trying to build tax-free income, you do it through life insurance. And like I said, Jim Harbaugh, he did it. Dabo Sweeney, he just recently done it. So a lot of these coaches that are on these multi-million-dollar per year salaries, they're doing it. Well, Ms. Genuine, that's a good question. The reason why more people aren't doing it is because life insurance companies, unfortunately, don't really advertise. And the financial advisory world has done a great job at brainwashing people to make them think that life insurance is not the place where you're supposed to put your money. You have your Primerica people out there saying buy term and invest the difference. You have your Dave Ramsey saying the same thing, buy term and invest the difference. So there's so many people that have been brainwashed into thinking that this is not the route that they should go. And so one of the things that we have to do is just to kind of show them that this is the thing that they should do. Great job, Lady Artist, of doing that for your family. That's awesome. And so I'm out here on my soapbox trying to make sure that more people are doing this, because it's easy. You don't have to risk your money in the stock market. You don't have to. If you just have a modest, consistent gain over a period of time, you're going to win. You are going to win. Once again, there's a study at the Wharton, Wharton School of Business that talks about the difference between putting your money in the stock market versus indexing. So what we're talking about is indexing. So so over a period of time, indexing has always through since the beginning of the stock market. Indexing, not putting your money in the market, but getting gains from the market, has outperformed you putting your money directly in the market. Why? Because you have to always equate into losses. So when you talk to somebody or when you talk about, when somebody tell you that, oh yeah, this person, they won $30,000 at the casino, what's the first thing you want to say? I wonder how much they put in, because you know that they suffered some losses. You know that they suffer losses. Just same thing with money in the 401k or 403b. You know that there was they might end up with $400,000, but you know that they suffered some losses, and there's still taxes that they have to pay. So what kind of period of time, Ms. Genuine? It really depends upon the person and the person's age. Okay, so we're not talking about massive gains. We're not talking about pie in the sky, 20, 30, 40%. We're not talking about any of these Ponzi scheme numbers. We're talking about realistic numbers. And what happens is that when it comes to life insurance companies, in order for you to be able to kind of project what your income is going to be, or what the rate of return is going to be, what they do is they take a look back. They look back and see what the market has done, and then they take a look forward. Okay, Ms. Genuine, I enjoyed my conversation with you, and I look forward to talking to you. So look forward to talking to you soon. That's awesome. But the thing is this, is that I always tell people this. I don't know everything about the world of finance, but I know people who do know everything about the world of finance. I fortunately have the opportunity to be able to get in contact with some of the brightest minds. Whenever a person sits down and talk to me, and we're trying to develop their tax-free retirement income, or whether we're trying to put together a banking plan for them, or whether we're trying to do roll their money over from their 401k to something else, what I do is I place their case in front of not only myself, but other experts, industry leading experts. And we figure out the best plan for you. But the decision is yours. We never, ever try to place a person or put pressure on a person. You know, just recently we had a person that had $600,000 in a 401k. And they knew that if they left that money inside the 401k, that 401k was going to eat it up. So what we did is we took that money, we put that money into a fixed index annuity, and now they're getting guaranteed income for the rest of his life and then the rest of his wife's life. Okay, whatever's left over will go to the beneficiaries. But even if they get to the point where they outlive that $600-something thousand, guess what? The insurance company will still continue to pay them no matter how long they live. If they live to 110, 115, which means that $600,000 is way gone, the insurance company is still going to pay them. See, when you get ready to start going towards retirement, the best income that you can get is guaranteed. You need guaranteed income. You got to have guaranteed income. That's something you have to have. You know, Babe Ruth, fortunately, he had some financial advisors that told him about guaranteed income. And so when he retired from being the highest paid baseball player to now unemployed, he had guaranteed income. It allowed him to maintain his lifestyle. Then when he passed, his wife lived many years after him, and she was still able to live off of that money, that the guaranteed money that he set up. Shaquille O'Neal made over $300 million playing basketball. Now, one thing he realized, and he set up early, is that many things can happen. You can't predict what's going to happen, but he knew that he needed to set up to when someday in the future that he was going to have guaranteed income. So if these billionaires, multimillionaires are setting up guaranteed income, don't you think you should be doing putting your money to guaranteed income? If you have a 401k, whether it's a current one or an old one, or if you know someone that has a 401k, an old one or a current one, and you would like to get some numbers, contact me. I'll be more than happy. You know, here's the thing. You never pay me a dime. You will never pay me a penny to talk to me, for me to do anything for you. I get paid by the insurance companies. I'll give full disclosure on that. For me taking business to the insurance companies, I get paid by the insurance companies. So if there's more information that you want, I'll be more than happy to, provide you with additional information. Okay. Um, any questions? Now's the time for you to ask any question that you have. So I'm just going to leave it open right now for anybody that come on and have any questions. You know, if you know, been talking to somebody that's been having questions about retirement, retirement income, 401ks, um, share this with them, and so that I can answer their questions. How you get in contact with me? I tell you what I'll do is I'll put my number up here. Let's see if I can do this here. Here, I'm putting my contact information on here. There you go. That's funny. Matt Guru. Obviously, you don't know me, buddy. Yep. So, yep, 0174. There you go. So you have my information right there. Matt Guru. What's your real name? Let's see if you know me. So, yep, 0174. There's my information there. You can actually shoot me a text message. And then, as a matter of fact, you can follow me and you can actually DM me and we can actually get on Zoom and I'll be more than happy to help you with some additional information. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Any questions? Any questions about the 401k? Any questions about 403b? Any questions about pension plans? Any questions about you know fixed index annuities? Any questions about index universal life? Any questions about properly structured whole life policies? The other thing is that, parents, make sure that your children are insured. Make sure that your children are insured. You got to have insurance on your children. I mean, we don't want anything to happen to our kids, but unfortunately, things happen. And the last thing I really want to see, I don't like, one thing I don't like seeing is GoFundMe's to help me. I mean, that's something you don't want to be doing. And when you're mourning and you're sad because you've lost your child, the last thing that you want to be doing is doing a GoFundMe for. You don't want to be doing a GoFundMe for your kids. You're trying to raise, $10,000, $15,000 in order to bury your child with dignity. That's something you don't want to do. When you can spend $15 per month, $16 per month to provide your child with burial. So those are things that we just have to get in order. And you lose your. And I'm only saying this because I unfortunately I know people that have lost children, and I don't know their situation, but I know that they did not do any GoFundMe or anything like that. I'm just saying that we just have to make sure that we are in a situation where, even if they're grown, even if they're grown kids, have insurance on them, because you don't, they may not. If you're not talking to them about their finances, get a whole life policy and just keep it on them, because we just never know. Look at we just had a the- you know look at we just had a team end up getting killed. Um, you know, um, things in school going crazy. We just have to be prepared. So one of the easiest things to do is to be able to just get your child a children's whole life policy, 10, $15 per month, easy, easy to get. You know, get them on your grandkids, get them on your nieces, nephews, if your relatives can't afford it. So the thing is that it's something that just needs to be done. Okay. Any questions? Anybody have any questions in regards to life insurance? Anybody have any questions in regards to 401k, 403b? Um, you know, um, any question about rolling over a 401k? Transferring a 401k. How to get guaranteed income when you retire. Any questions along those lines? I'm just here at my computer, just working and just trying to answer any questions that people have. For those who remain on, we've had quite a few people in here today. For those who remain on here, just kind of give me an idea of where you're located, where you're at right now. What state are you in? I'm in California. Anybody here from California? Anybody in here from Texas? Anybody in here from Georgia? Anybody in here from Idaho? Wisconsin? Washington? Alabama. I know there's somebody in here from Alabama. Colorado? How about Florida? Got any Floridians in here today? Anybody have any questions? I see you guys still kind of rolling with me, riding with me. Well, if we don't have any questions, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and close this out today. For now. I'll probably hop back on here later, but I appreciate everybody that came on board and the questions, the comments. I definitely appreciate your time. I always feel honored when somebody just kind of get on and just, ask questions or spend time with me. That's why I look at it. You guys are spending time with me. I feel honored, even though I can't see. Okay, all right. So you rolling one over. Let's talk on that. Yeah, you have my number. Shoot me a text, and I'll, even if it's something that I can't do for you, I'll definitely, provide you with second opinion, some guidance, or even put some help out in front of you. It really depends. I don't want to give you a cookie cutter answer. What I much rather do, 0174, is just kind of assess to find out what may be the best way to go. It really depends on you and what you're trying to accomplish. Putting the money somewhere else might be better. How far away is retirement for you? How far away is retirement for you? How many years will you be retiring? So, how many years do you plan on retiring? Yep, 0174. See, one of the things that I try not to do, about 6 years, okay? So realistically, you're what I call it, you're in the retirement red zone. So that you're about ready to hit, you're ready to hit the end zone. So you need to make sure that you don't have any losses in these next few years, because if you have any losses, you don't have the time to be able to recoup those losses. So from this point on, you want to either not have any losses and get some gains. So we need to put you in a situation, or you need to be put in a situation to where your money is either going to go up or stay the same. Go up or stay the same. You don't want any losses, because, one thing I always tell people, when you lose money, you never get that money back. You may get some money back, but the money that you lost, that's money you're never going to get back. And the way I tell people to think about that is, if you had $200, and you lost $100, you lost it. That money's gone. And then you went somewhere and you found $100. Did you get your money back? No, you got $200, but you would have had $300 if you had that other $100. So you may have gotten gotten back to the point where you have $200, but you're still behind. And that's the same thing that I always try to get people to understand about, especially when it comes to retirement, is that that's money you're never going to get back. You're never going to see that money again. So since you're this close to retirement, you need to have your money into something that's going to give you some growth, is going to give you protection, is going to give you safety, and it's going to give you some guarantees. That's what you need. Some growth, protection, safety, and some guarantees. Because especially if you're looking to have that money provide you, or you're looking for that money to be there for you in retirement. That's important. And so that's one of the things that I would talk to you about, is helping you to find, or even just kind of having that kind of discussion with you to see if we can help you to find something that will be more suitable for you in that arena. So I can help you with that. So hopefully that was helpful. So you have my number, and then you can also DM me, and we can talk back and forth, and then I can send you a Zoom link, and via that Zoom link, we'll be able to have a conversation. I can look at your information. I can kind of explain to you what's available to you out there, and then that way you can make. I never tell anybody that I'm going to make the decision for them. They can make the decision based upon the information that they obtained and that they were able to verify. I'm a firm believer in that no one should ever put their money into anything that they don't understand. If you don't understand it, don't put your money there. But unfortunately, most people that I know that have put their money into the 401k, they've done it without really truly understanding it. What most people don't realize about the 401k, it was never designed to be a retirement plan. Okay, sounds good. Yep, 0174. Yeah, the 401k was never designed to be a retirement plan. It was designed to be a supplemental to the retirement plan. But corporate America saw it as an opportunity to replace the pension program and have people to self-fund their own retirement. And it's not enough. It's not enough. Just think about this. I'm gonna give you some plain fact numbers. On an average, I talk to people and they think they can put $100 to $200 per month inside of a 401k or 403b, because that's what they think. So let's look at the numbers. You put in $100 per month inside of a 401k, that's $1,200 per year. 10 years, that's $12,000, right? 20 years, that's $24,000. That's $36,000 over 30 years. How in the world are you going to be able to retire off of $36,000 in the United States with gas prices where they are, with egg prices where they are? How are you going to be able to do it? You can't. You can't. You just can't do it. You can't do it. It can't be done. But somehow they're able to get you to put in that $100 per month, the $200 per month. That's a good starting point, but it's not going to do the job. It is not going to do the job. It's not going to get the job done. So if it's not going to get the job done, we have to figure out a way to do something to get the job done, or what's going to get the job done. And that's all we're trying to do, is just try to help you to get the job done. Okay, we got truck owner here. Let's see what truck owner got to say here. Let's see here. Is that you, John? I think that might be John. Might be John. Yeah, so, yeah, but if you listen to most experts, nobody's predicting these next few years to be smooth. Nobody. We got this Ukraine-Russia situation. You got all this stuff that's happened over in China. I mean, we just got, if you just look around the world, how in the world can you expect the stock market in the United States to do really well when, you know, even Amazon was laid off, 30,000 people or something like that? Amazon. I mean, how in the world do you expect the stock market to continuously do well with so much chaos around? So what should you do? You should put your money where businesses put their money, banks put their money. Why? Because consistently for over 100 years, they've done well. Consistently. Insurance companies not going to fail you. Banks fail. Insurance companies don't. Think about that for a minute. Banks fail. Insurance companies don't. And that goes all the way back to fractional reserve banking. See, you know, there's a lot more security in life insurance than in banks. You know, I don't consider myself to be the world utmost authority, but I am a person that have connected into some things that I can help people get to where they want to be. I can help you do some things that I wish I would have done years ago. I can connect you to things that I wish I would have connected to years ago. But the thing about it is that we just got to go, and you just got to do it. And here's what I tell people: if you committing to doing something with me, commit all the way. If I need your paperwork, get your paperwork in fast. If you need to set up the time for your exam, get your exam done fast. Because I set people up for the exam. Some of the things I do, you have to have an exam, a physical exam. But I'm just saying, anything that I do, you'll find out that when you do business with me, if you call me and I don't pick up, I'm calling you right back. As soon as I get off the phone. If you text me, I'm texting you back immediately. Because I do everything with a sense of urgency. I do everything with a sense of professionalism. Because I want to give you the best service that you deserve. Better than you deserve. Okay? Any questions? Beautiful 808, what question do you have in regards to life insurance, banking, 401ks, 403bs, 457s, CalSTRS, retirement plans, pensions, life insurance for children? Well, if there's not any questions, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for a little bit. And I'll come back on a little bit later on this evening. This is the first time I've been live in a while, so it was good to have a lot of people jump in here. Anyway, Talk to you guys soon.